All right, welcome in everyone. My name's John, and this is the Aussie Endurance Series live on YouTube. So this is the Porsche Cup Series that we run on Monday nights, and we're currently at Spa this week. And this is round 7 of the series. So it's going to jump around a few of the cars, just as it sorts itself out. But we've got our first laps, with John Akers currently sitting on the top with the 222. He's just been pipped by Dean Reddit with a 222.3. So pace is hot tonight. Oh, Axel's just jumped to the front, 222.1. So I believe he's capable of a 221. He's just got to get that lap down. These guys are much quicker than what I could do out here, I can tell you that. I think my pace is only a 227, so credit to these guys. We've got Gregory Brooks sitting in P4 at the moment, provisional, followed by Barry Punter. And we've got Jacob Hughes, Brendan McVicker, and a new livery tonight. Looks like a retro techno sort of one. So we'll get a closer look at this one. Yeah, a bit of a circuit sort of style livery. That's pretty cool. See how well he does tonight. We've got Scott slow for some reason. Not sure what's happening to Scott. Might have just had a crash. Let's just see what happened real quick. No, it's just slowed down. Oh, we've got Don Pittman in the first of the VGA cars. John McHenry with the Locked On lads. I'm surprised a lot more of these Locked On lads haven't come across, to be honest. John's been hanging around for quite a while now, since season 1. And looks like he's been having a lot of fun, so hopefully a few of them or their boys come across. Jake Robertson. I think it's Jake's first night tonight. I'll have to just double check that. Let me see if he's been in any of the previous rounds, and we can do that just by checking the results in the background. Looking for a Jake. Pretty sure it's his first round tonight, so welcome, Jake. And then Phil Whiteman, one of our veterans. Sorry, not... Yep. And then Jamie Fleming has just jumped up. Where is he? To P7 now. So pretty good field tonight. What do we got? 13 cars have set a time so far. So it looks about 16, 17 cars racing tonight, which is really good. You'll tend to see that on the bigger tracks like this, on the well-known tracks. So it's good to see. There we go. Axel's gone through for a 221.6. So he's been able to do that all week, apparently, in the official. So, yeah, he's definitely flying. We've got a few crashes coming through. So let's have a real quick... Oh, Dean looks like he's having a big one. Not just an off-track. All right, let's go and see what's happened here. There's probably just a few cars pulling up. That's exactly what that is. Jared Eastman, our series host, in his Chico car. Did Jared set a time? He did, P10. So this will be a common one here tonight. Just getting Lacombs mixed up at the end of the Camel Straight. That's just Dean pulling up. Yeah, this should just be everybody pulling up. All right, how long we got left? We've got 50 seconds left in qualifying. Whoa, John McHenry. Sent it. Let's get that one in slow-mo. He set that from ages away. How fun. With a hop, skip, and a jump. Bloody hell. Look at the rebound he gets on that. How good. All right. So John had a big one. Pat Beattie, I think he's just pulled up the end of his stint. Greg Brooks. What's he done? Might just run off wide. John Akers down into T1. All right. So that's session done.
Okay, right, as we grid up, just a reminder, please call out any incidents to race control that you feel you need to be reviewed. Let's have good respect going into turn 1, Eau Rouge and Radion for the first time. But go out there, have some fun. Let's enjoy the night. Cheers, everyone.
Radio control, mic check. This is race control. Can I get a radio check? Oh, what's happening? Radio check.
Gotcha.
All right, there we go.
Yep, go ya.
Cheers, guys. All right, let's try and find a good view for the kickoff. Here we go. Everyone's ready. Revs are rising.
Green, green, green.
And we green flag. Off we go. Who's going to get a good start here? Oh, Axel lights it up. Off the line he goes. All right, looks like we're all getting through T1 pretty safely here. Let's jump on a higher view. All right, we've got some side by side down through Eau Rouge. Poor Axel. Oh, we're getting all through pretty safe. Only a couple of slowdowns just there. Looks like Dean's copped a slowdown. There's quite a few slowdowns coming out of that one, but let's get up onto the leaders.
Oh boy, that's my bad.
Oh, here we go.
3, lap 1, 440.
Checking. Alright. Gregory Brooks. Let's have a quick look what happened here. Alright, let's have a further look here. So he's in the toe. Alright, what a tricky situation. It's just going to probably be a let's try and get a high view of this one. So he's coming through. He's in the toe. Oh, that's not a very good camera angle, is it? So he's getting squeezed on the left, moves across onto the car on the right, and self spins. A lot of riot cars in there tonight, isn't there? Gets loose, nothing he can really do about it. Collects Brendan. Probably collects Barry there. Yeah, that's just a racing incident. I don't see much of anyone. Greg copped the most of that one. Just another quick look here. So Greg's moved across on a slower car. That car could have been back a bit further. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, come on. This is race control. That contact in the first lap is a racing incident. Can be reviewed post-race if anyone disagrees. Thank you. Alright, let's just jump on Jake here. Jake's had a mistake as well. Hopefully it's just a solo. Yeah, he's just got loose. Unlucky, but he should be able to keep going on that one. Alright, let's get back onto it. What's happened to Don? He's just got to slow down. Okay. Alright, we're up on our leaders here. So you got John Akers out front, followed by Jamie Fleming, and then Matt Beattie behind. Joel Farley's still in that mix, and then Brendan's still right there. There's a lot going on at the moment, so it's going to be hard to try and keep up with it all. There's battles everywhere. So these guys are spaced out a little bit, so let's drop back to John McHenry on Scott. And you can see Jared Eastman in the background there, right up on the back of Phil Whiteman. Alright, so John's locked on the back here of Scotty. And he's dropping off a little bit, but Jared behind is probably the closer battle, but there's not much they can do until they get to the straights. Just up ahead, we've got Dean. He could probably make a move. He's got the slipstream. No, he's not going to make that one, but Jared is definitely going to go for it. He's up the inside of Phil. Must have got the better exit. This is going to be tricky here now. Oh yeah, he had to check out of it. He didn't have to, but he chose to. Whereas Phil carried the speed around the outside. What can he do here? No, he's dropping off now. Alright, it's all happening. So Don is pitting. So let's just have a look at what incident happened to him. Oh, I didn't see Don go off. Let's take this back further. What happened here? Oh, he's just locked up. Oh, and he's clipped the back of someone. That's Scott. That's why Scott's got a bad rear end. So there's a lot happened all in that one incident there. So let's get back on the leaders as Brendan now makes his way past Matt Beattie. Matt's actually gone off track here. So let's take a quick look at what happened to Matt. Oh, he just got loose. Coming in the Coombs. That's a tricky one. Alright, back live again. Dean's still all at the back of Barry. Matt Beattie's currently set the fastest up of the race of a 2:22.2, which may explain why his rear end was a bit loose. So there's not really much you can do there, but you've got Scott Simmons just behind, chasing down Nathan Tapp. He's got a bit of rear end damage, so that might be a bit of a top end speed that Scott's going to lose there. Just up the road here, Dean is all over the back of Barry. Let's get our sniffer cam out now that I've fixed up the ratio of it, so it actually looks closer again. Oh, Gregory Brooks having a look on Phil, going for an over-under. Looks like Phil got the better run out of the corner. It's good to see Phil staying in these battles. Dean's just got Barry. We'll have a look at that in a second. Oh, Greg's got to be careful here. So he's not going to get the move around the outside. Oh, yes, he is. There you go. But Phil will get the better run out of the corner. There's stuff happening further up. But we'll sound this battle for the moment. Oh, he goes underneath. Phil should know that he's there. Gets it turned in, get the power down. Something's happened to Jamie. I think he might have had a slowdown. Yeah, he's had a slowdown. But we'll stay on this for the moment. See where Phil goes. Keeps it tucked in nice and high on the curbing. And then good to go. Alright, looks like Scott's trying to have a look down the inside here of Nathan Tapp. So I don't think his top speed has been affected by that incident. I don't think his rear splitter is too damaged, so looks like he's going alright. John McHenry's got himself a slowdown. Alright, so everybody's still plenty of battles everywhere, but we'll go and have a look at the front for a second. So John Akers out to a 0.7 second lead over Joel Farley, but Joel is chasing him down. Joel can be quick when he finds his rhythm. He's actually closing. Last lap he was nearly a second quicker, so that could be the toe more than anything, but yeah, once you get in that toe you get a big boost down the straights. And then Jamie Fleming behind. He was in second but had a slowdown, so he's dropping off a bit, but he can catch back up. Brendan McVicker in P4 is doing really well. So all those incidents that happened early on has helped him along. And then you've got Dean all over the back of Jacob here. And then just a bit further back you got Axel. Axel on the back of Barry. On a VGA livery this week. It's good to see. So we'll stay on Dean for the moment, see if he can make a move up here. Blanchemont's really hard on these cars, like lack of downforce, and it's very easy to cook that front end a little bit. So up the inside for Dean, gets out of it. He's got Matt Beattie right behind, thinking about it. And then you got Axel right just there as well, chasing down Barry. So plenty of action going on here. We'll stay on this one for the moment. They're all line astern. Look at that. Nice big gravy train this week. Let's jump at our nose cam here. Look at that. Oh, John McCarry, Nathan taps at a moment. Oh, he's dropping time fast too. What's happened to Nathan? Alright, let's go and have a quick look. Where are we? T1. Oh, just lights it up. Oh, just lights up. He gets stuck in the alleyway. That's no good. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. But there's so much going on just here at the moment. Who's that? Oh, that's... Oh, no, that's the car behind. Alright, we're going to have to check that one. So we're on Matt Beattie. That's Matt Beattie. That's a doozy. Race control notes the incident on lap 5 between Matt Beattie. Alright, let's have a closer look at this one. That's taking Jacob out as well. Alright, let's have a really good look at this one. If it'll show me the right one, here we go. Alright, so he gets loose. Gives Matt the run the outside. Matt's off the track. He's got no room, he should have checked out. And then that's pretty much destroyed Jacob. Alright, so unfortunately we're going to have to give Matt a drive-through because he should have checked out of that one. He shouldn't have tried to stay in that one. Hang on.
Car 96, lap 5 at the hairpin.
Yeah, roger mate, reviewing it currently. Alright, so it's tricky in this league because we got a few things here that other leagues aren't aware of. So the biggest one here is that as soon as he hears car left or car right, he should have given way, but at the same time, you know, he's gotten loose.
Race control, get a copy.
This is race control. Yes, currently reviewing. So he's gotten loose. He's come in and then he's sort of come back out again. Yeah, that's definitely on Matt. So Matt absolutely should have given way on that one. Let's just do a quick check on board just to see what it looked like if I have my onboard camera, which I do not. Just bear with me. Alright, so Matt's come around, he's almost got loose. Yeah, there's no room there. Alright, let's not focus on this for too long. Let's get back to the action. Just let me deal with this one real quick. This is race control drive-through penalty for car 511 for not yielding when they should have yielded. There was no racing room. Alright, so bear with me. There we go. Dean read it. Oh, shit. Why did that pick up Dean? Here we go. Alright, let's get back live. Alright, Axel is currently on the back of Brennan and Dean. So Dean Reddit snuck through there at some stage. We missed that. So these guys will probably be line of stern for the moment. So let's just check. Don Pittman had a moment. Yep, getting loose out of Puon. And Barry Punter getting loose into the combs. And then Don Pittman again getting loose into the hairpin. Okay, sweet. Alright, let's get back live. So Axel's closing the gap here, 0.4. He should have the run, but Brennan's also going to have the tow. Tow up to Dean Reddit there. Looks like Don's crashed again. And then Jared Eastman's also having a look in the background here on John McHenry. And looks like he gets that move done. Alright, let's have a quick look at what happened to Don just a moment ago. Ah, he's loose. Maybe he has damage, or maybe he cooked the maybe he cooked it. So it's gone loose around here. Ah, yeah, and he's got wheel damage now from there. Alright, let's jump back on the action. So Axel's all over the back of Brennan. This should be a good battle. These two are becoming really good mates, which is good to see in VGA. I reckon we'll see these two racing with us in Nürburgring 24 hour for VGA, which should be awesome. What's Axel's I rating? He's got back to 1.9. He was down to 1.4 this week. He had a bit of a rough week the other week, but he's climbed that back up again. And Brennan's currently at 1.7k, but he's definitely more capable of 1.92k where Axel is. Nathan's got a slowdown. He's had a yellow flag there for a reason. Oh, Nathan's had a crash. Oh, here we go. Axel looking up the inside, but not quite be able to get there. Alright, real quick, let's go and see what happened to... Oh, Nathan, that's a doozy. I'll have to go back a bit further to see what happened there. So come around Puon. Just, a bit of a wobble when around he goes. Unlucky. Alright, let's get back on this battle here. Looking good at the moment. And welcome to all our viewers. If you want to have a race with us, you're more than welcome. Just search for Aussie iRacing, Aussie Endurance Series. I'll put it in chat. The league ID is 11090. So if you search for that, it has all the details for our Discord and everything else. So everybody's welcome. This is a development series. This isn't for our pros or anything like that. It's just for guys who want to come and have a race and learn how to drive these cars in iRacing. You got Porsche Cups on Monday nights. You got GT4s. Oh, was Axel looking up the inside? Can he do it? Yes, he can. Brendan leaves the door open. So he probably should have been a bit more defensive on that one, but he's given the room. But yeah, our numbers are steadily growing, which is really good to see. We're averaging about 12 to 15 drivers for Porsche Cup, although we've got 17 tonight, which is great to see. And then GT4s were averaging about that 12 to 15 as well. So it's been really fun. These guys are spread out a bit, but we've got Jared and Scott chasing down Barry Punter. Oh, Scott has a big wiggle there. These cars are looking loose tonight. As Jared gets an easy move there on Scott. No, good racing tonight. Alright, Matt Betty's coming through the pits. So that'll be for his drive-through. That's it. Alright, that's his drive-through served. Nathan's off track again. He's really struggling with who on at the moment, and he's probably got a bit of damage by the looks of it, so it might be best to try and come in. Oh yeah, he's really cooked those tyres. Yeah, it might be best to come in. So Axel's dropped off the back of Dean. I'm not sure if he's had a few... I haven't seen him on a slowdown or anything, but yeah, he's dropped off the back of Dean, and then Brendan has dropped even further back. So their pace is dropping off, whether they cook their tyres a little bit trying to battle. But John McHenry is in the sights of Scott Fitzsimmons here. He's definitely in tow range now, so can he close that in? As Jared's also just up the road in tow range of Barry. See it there at the bottom of your screen. Alright, Jared's really closing up on Barry here at the moment, so I wonder if Barry's had a mishap. Not that I can see though. Nathan Tapp's come in, so he's obviously come in to fix that damage. Get his fuel stop done and get himself to the end. There's still 40 minutes left in this race, just less. So plenty of time. All right. So Axel's starting to close back on the back of Dean. As Jared's still chasing down Barry here. It's the closest battle on track. And then Greg behind is chasing down now John McHenry. So you'll see John McHenry 2 cars back from Jared. Can anybody get a run here? As we head up into Blanchimont. Both pairs are about that same gap. As Nathan Tapp passes Don. What's happened to Don? Oh, Greg Brooks, yep. Having a look. Close that gap real quick then. Let's see if he can make the move down the Kemmel Straight. So Joel Farley's just closing up to John Akers up front as well, so we'll get to that one in a second. They've just been quietly plodding around out front. We'll see if Greg can get the run here on McHenry. Oh, that's a good exit. Nobody got a slow down. John goes defensive. Greg's going to try and make the move around the outside. John checks out and lets Greg have it. Pays to be smart in these things. John might be fuel saving, or he could be, you know, just working to his own pace. And that's the key. That's how you keep yourself out of trouble. And just up the road, Jared's really putting the pressure on Barry. And Axel's caught up to Dean, and Dean's caught up to Jamie Fleming. It's all happening. Let's jump on Axel here. This is quite a little battle. Actually sit on Dean. So Dean's a piggy in the middle. Jamie seems to be falling off. What's his lap time looking like? 2:23.1. So his pace is dropping off. So I'm not sure. Oh, Scott's had a crash. John McHenry's had a crash. Let's just...
Whoever that was, I'm so sorry who I got with.
Oh, that sounds like it might be a poor rejoin. No, he's stuck on track. Oh, he rolled forward. Ah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Was that you, John? Mate, I'm so sorry if that was you I collected.
Alright, let's just jump on the gyro here. So, Scott's had a spin and then rolled forward. Alright, that's no good.
LG.
Alright, so Dean's pulled the pin.
Race control, could you check that through the kink coming to the bus stop on this lap with overtaken off track?
Oh, this is race control checking. So... what's happened? Off track through the kink. Oh, I see. Didn't even register as an off track, so sorry about this poor. So he's outside. All the way outside. I don't know what to make to that. Because race control hasn't, not race control, iRacing hasn't flagged it as an off track, even though it definitely was an off track. This is race control. A move around the outside wasn't deemed punishable by iRacing, so we'll leave it as is for what it is. We could look at it post-race and have a discussion if need be. Alright, so Joel, let's get to the front of the field. You don't get this very often. So Joel's closing in on... Sorry, on John Akers here. I had a mental blank then. We're going to have to give Scotty a black flag. Going to have to give him a drive-through for what he did. So, Scotty, sorry about this, mate. Drive-through penalty for car number 27 for poor rejoin, collecting and destroying another car. That's only fair, to be honest. It's unfortunate, but...
I was in the pit, so probably need to give him the black flag again, so I said it when I come out.
Roger, thank you. Now, it shouldn't have cleared that drive-through, so maybe once he comes out of pits, it'll give it back to him again. Yeah, so we've got Joel Farley all over the back of John Akers now, so he's been creeping up slowly. Let's see if he can make a move up here into the combs. Not yet, not quite there. He's only 0.3. He's got to be much closer than that to make a move. But this should be a good battle for the moment. Let's jump on that sniffer cam. Oh, careful. Don Pittman's had a crash. We'll come back to that in a second. Man, I'm watching this in 4K and man, these cars are
Out of
shiny.
the pits now if you want to give it that black flag again.
Alright, let's jump on to Simon. No, Scott, sorry. That shouldn't have... Thanks, mate. That shouldn't have cleared like that. So that's interesting. But we'll jump back on this battle for the lead. Axel's not far behind, chasing down Jamie Fleming as well, but we'll stay here for the moment, give these guys some airtime. So, from a broadcast perspective, we always try and focus on the battles that are closest to the front. But if you guys are ever interested in seeing what a teammate's doing or a friend is doing, you can more than ask in the chat and say, hey, can we check out what's happening with blah, 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 car number, or give me a name, and we'll go and have a look. Alright, so he's not going to
I'm
get...
pitting this lap, Joel.
There you go. John is letting him know he's coming in. That's it. Good move. Alright, then just behind we got Axel trying to have a look on Jamie
Thanks for the
Fleming.
heads up. If you weren't pitting, I was going to pit.
Oh, what did I just see behind?
I expect that $20 too, mate.
Not sure. Thought I saw someone coming to the pits, but mustn't
The
have.
$20 is me not hitting you.
Alright, this is our closest battle at the moment. So Axel's chasing down Jamie Fleming for P2 at the moment. It's probably more likely for P3 now that John Akers is coming for an early pit stop. Got a lot of position changing, but that's just the pit cycle. So let's jump on board with Axel here. Sorry if this is a bit loud. He has a look, but he's not going to be there, so he pulls back in. So that's good strategy to put the car up in front, make them watch their mirrors and not the track, try and force them into a mistake. Let's go down our sniffer cam. Oh, he's looking like he's going to get up the outside here. Thinks better of it. Looks like Phil's caught up to Brennan. Brennan just come out of pits, I think. Yep. Alright, yeah, we're just past the halfway mark, so 30 minutes to go. Quite a few drivers coming in for those early pit stops. And I think in this car it doesn't really matter too much because you're taking half a tank of fuel. They'll probably do tyres because I think in these cars you want fresh rubber. Alright, still on board with Ilias, with Axel. He's chasing down Jamie. So quite a few cars. Hey Greg. Oh no. You didn't want to do tyres? You should be able to cover them. I think you'll be better off at the end, Greg. Oh, here we go. Jamie's coming to the pits now. So I'll give Axel P2. So I wonder how long you can go on a full tank. Or sorry, I think they start with half a tank. So they should probably go about 40 minutes max, I think. So you could see quite a few doing a long run. Alright, Don has had a moment. So now they're a bit quiet on track. Let's go and have a look at what happened to Don. Yeah, this corner seems to be his nemesis at the moment. Let's jump on board and see what's going on. Yeah, wow, it's just letting go on him. Yeah, that's interesting. That seems to happen to him real quick and just out of nowhere, so quite curious about that. We'll get back live. We've had a few disconnects, unfortunately, so Jacob, John and Matt Beattie have all decided to retire. Poor John McHenry got taken out with Scotty's paw rejoint, so that's going to be a license point, unfortunately. But it's a good reminder when these things happen to, just be careful. Oh, who's that behind? Who was that behind? It's not for position. Oh, that was Brendan, I think. Going a bit wide at the last corner. Was it Brendan? I'm not sure who that was. It was another black car. Oh, it was Jake. Here we go. We can then go and have a look. So looks like he got T1 wrong as well. Yeah, a bit deep into T1. That's alright. So Joel's cruising around out front at the moment, so he hasn't pitted yet. Currently the leaders of everyone who's pitted is John Akers and P3, so Joel's going to try and overcut by staying out, low fuel, try and get those faster times. All those lap times, 2:23.2 last lap.
Thanks,
so
Scotty.
it's probably about where the pace is at the moment. Well, here he comes in now. So where's John? John is car number 87. He's just come onto the back straight now. He may have got held up by Scotty just for a moment back there. So that could have helped to Joel's advantage. And then Axel, he's in as well. So what'd they get? They got about 33 minutes to his half tank. Alright, so John is coming around the last chicane now. Looks like he might have the advantage. Is Joel rolling? Yeah, Joel's rolling. Axel's still stopped. Joel's out. So how far up the road is Joel? There he is, just up the road there. You can see him just down the bottom of a rouge. So he's made a bit of distance there. Nathan Tapp in between as well, so that's not going to help his cause at all. Nicely through there. So that's really shaken up the order. So Dean has found himself in P3. He's back to where he started, but he's made quite a few spots through an undercut. Joel's definitely made the most out front. He's up 5 spots, so from where he qualified. So the overcuts really worked for him. And then John Akers, Dean Reddit, they're back where they started. Axel's dropped to P4 but he's got back up to P4 after he dropped to second last. When he lit it up off the line, trying to get going. So it'll be interesting to see here. They're all about 2 to 4 seconds apart. So, and then Jamie's P5. He started in P4, so he's just down 1 spot at the moment. And then a little gap back here now to Brendan, who's getting chased down by Barry. Brendan's up a spot, Barry's up 2, Jared's up 3 behind. Jared's having a good race. As Don takes over Scott. Where's Scott at the moment? In pit lane? Oh, he's towing. What's up on Scott? Quick replay of what happened here. Oh, a bit quick. Probably didn't need a tow on that one, so I think he's just trying to get out of the way. So, unfortunately, he doesn't need to get out of the way on that one. He can certainly stay in it. He's just got to be careful as rejoin. So it's just pertinent to watch the timings, watch your relatives, make sure if anyone's coming, just sit still. This is 2 weeks now. John McHenry's been taken out, so he's having a bit of a rough time at the moment through no fault of his own, which is unfortunate. But we've got Barry chasing down Brendan here. 0.8 behind, so he's in range. Oh, Brendan has a little bit of a lock up there. Let's get a reverse camera view of this through our Rouge and Radeon. Let's have a look at the elevation there. Wow, look at that, like a roller coaster. That's crazy. So yeah, so Barry's not going to be able to get him this time by, but if he can stay in his toe, he might be able to catch him by the end. Brendan's getting really good track use there, which is good to see. Axel just up the road is within a second now of Dean, so the battle's back on for P3. He was a number 1 qualifier, so he should have the pace to close that gap. Now let's have a look at pit stop time. So Greg said he took tyres. Oh yeah, so it cost him an extra 20 seconds to take tyres. So yeah, okay. So you definitely don't want to take tyres in this series. So maybe that's something the admin can have a look at. And Dean's had a moment. What's happened here? Did he lose it? Oh, a big wiggle. Axel's had to go around the outside. That's unfortunate. He was doing so well. Good flick. No one's coming. Off he goes. Jake's had a moment as well. Yeah, this one's pretty common too. It's a bit too much speed. The Porsche Cup is such a bizarre car to drive. It's really tricky. So the braking. Sorry, back live now. And Barry chasing down Brendan. The braking in this thing, you've got to hit 100% early on. Like you've got to hit 100%. But then before you start to turn, you've got to really back it off. But if you're thinking about your turn-in braking pressure, then you brake lighter early on, and unfortunately, you don't make the corner. So it's one of those cars you really got to set up your brake pedal for. I think you want... I don't know what you want. I think you want a pedal that has no resistance. You know, not a light spring, but a spring that's easy enough to push flat to the floor, 100%. But one that comes off, you know, nice and progressively, with maybe a bit of dampening. Alright, it's our closest battle on track at the moment. Barry's not really closing the gap, they're just sort of doing a similar pace. He was a couple of tenths quicker that lap, but he's already dropped back off. 0.6, so 0.6 was the margin last lap. Actually, maybe he's closer. No, he's definitely getting a bit closer. So he'll get this down to about 0.3 this lap. So Brendan's definitely towing him along. It's whether or not Barry can find his way around. John Akers has set his personal best lap for the race with a 2:22.28. Best for the session, I should say. So he's pushing hard to try and catch up to Joel as Barry sends up the inside of Brendan. Can he hold on to it? Brendan will be smart to check out a bit more and then try and tuck in. That's it. Try and do an over-under. No, that was a good move. Let's see if Brendan now can hang on behind and just keep up. And just use him to tow him along. Brendan's back to where he started, P7. So that's a good result. Oh, something's happening. Jared has just had a big moment. Let's jump on live, see how his car's looking. No, he's alright. He's cruising. Big spin out of Puon. Alright, let's have a look what happened to Jared. Yeah, it's such a common one here. I don't know if it's the curbing upsets the car, but no, that was a good save. Just hammer down. Alright, back live on to Brendan here now. Again, closest on track at the moment. I don't think Brendan's got the pace to keep with Barry. But if he can keep that 1 second, he can just keep that toe. Try not to overdrive the car, just let it do all the work. Good poise with the downshifting, so he's definitely just settled in and just cruising. Oh, hang on to it. That could have gone wild real quick. He got through there well though. We're going to have to give Brendan a number because he's giving him car number 1 because he hasn't got a number added to him. So let's sort that out before next race. Alright, let's go see our race leader at the moment, Joel Farley, just cruising out front. Set pretty consistent times with the 223s now, so track temp is 21. It's quite cool out there, so they'll be getting maximum grip. 61% humidity, so a little bit down on horsepower with the high humidity. But the car should feel really good. As good as it can, I guess. As he flicks some grass and mud around there. And then John Akers is just behind. You can see him. just going to really struggle to close that gap. Just needs a bit of a tow or something just to help him along. And then in the background there you can see Axel. Also just cruising along. So Axel's doing 2:22.2 last lap. Joel is doing 2:22.8 this lap. John Akers 22.7. And Axel 22.4. So they can definitely close up these gaps before the end of the race. They've still got just over 15 minutes to go. So it's still game on for P1. And then Jamie Fleming just coming out of T1 here. How's his pace going? 2:23.4. He's just cruising. And then Dean coming out of T1. So there's a few lap cars in between here. 2:23.3. So they're doing pretty similar lap times. Barry's quickest on track? No. No, Barry's just done his quickest lap, so 2:22.7. So that's his session best lap at the moment. Brendan had a slower lap that time, 2:24.9. So he might have been pushing, trying to catch up. Alright, Jake's had a mishap. Let's have a quick look at this one. Coming down to the hairpin. Just cooked it in there again. Let's have another look at that on the board. So come around the corner at the top, Anna Coombs. Down the hill. Yeah, you can see that he's not braking hard enough and then trying to use the gears, which is unfortunately locking up the rears. Well, that's alright. They'll all work it out, and we're sure to here to help as we go live on Jake. He doesn't have much airtime, so let's have a quick look. So struggling a little bit. Jake's a 1.4k driver. So he's got himself out of rookies into the D license, and he's working his way through. And this is definitely the right place for him. And if he can master these cars, he's actually doing really well in the Porsche Cup at the moment. A lot of guys get in these and really struggle to get a grips with them, but he's hanging on really well. He's also going to have a battle with Nathan Tapp shortly once Nathan catches up. But no, definitely a tricky car to drive. There you go, you can hear him using his brakes more and going deeper and waiting on the gears. That's a much smarter strategy in this Porsche Cup. Alright, let's jump on Phil. We haven't seen Phil this race, I don't think. Oh no, he had a little battle early on, that was good to see. He was staying in it. He's only a minute off the leaders, just over a minute off the leaders, so he's still on the lead lap. All the guys who are still running are on the lead lap. So Jake and Nathan and Don are all a lap down, but they're the only ones. And then Scott's towed, but he hasn't returned to track, so he might have retired. And then Matt Beattie and John McHenry. Someone else there too. Oh, Jacob Hughes. Alright, now Phil's doing really well. Looks like he's got a good grip of this car at the moment. Whoever did his livery put a block behind his number. No, he's doing well. And then Nathan is slowly closing the gap up to Jake. Nathan's having a bit of a rough race. He got himself stuck down an alleyway for a little while at one time out of T1. It's a cool looking livery, that one though. I like the way the orange chrome and the satin blue work together. As he's got Dean Reddit behind at the moment, he should be able to yield here. Where's Dean sitting? P5, chasing down Jamie. So blue flags, you don't have to yield, you just got to run your racing line and the car behind will work out how to get past. It's actually interesting here that Nathan did actually get frustrated with someone at Bathurst for not getting out of the way, so... Oh, Jake's had a moment up in front. So that's Jake in front
Nathan,
of
you know what blue flags are, man?
What's that, mate?
This is race control. Just to be very clear, blue flags are for information only. Per iRacing Code of Contact, blue flags are information only. Before they could get out of hand. Alright, so Jake's got himself a slowdown now, so Nathan will be able to try and close the gap even more. So 4 seconds up the road to Jake. As he goes a bit deep there, but he pulls it up alright. So he'll be pushing for that. Oh, John Akers is closing up to Joel Farley. I wonder what's happened here. Joel hasn't had a moment. What's his lap times like? No, that seems fine. So John's just been closing the gap by the looks of it. Oh, it's been a bit happening in the last couple of... We'll quickly just go and check what happened to Don. Poo on again by the looks of it. Yeah, that's been his absolute nemesis tonight. Absolute nemesis. So I would be surprised if Don towed after that one, if he did. That was a big hit. Oh, jump on the leaders. John Akers chasing down Joel Farley. And then Axel's only 5 seconds behind as well, so he's still pumping out similar lap times. Brendan's yellow. Just let me check what's happening to Brendan. Oh, he's had a moment. Quick look at what happened there. Oh, the curbing. Yeah, the curbing. Always catches you out. Let's have a quick look at a different angle. Yeah, that happens all the time. All right, let's get back live on John here. So Jared Eastman's also closed up on the back of Brendan there with that mistake, but Brendan should have the pace to pull away. Unless Jared can stick with him in the tow and use that to his advantage. But now that John's into Joel's tow, he should be able to close this gap up really quick. Now, I'm not sure where Jared is on track, but he's only half a second behind Brendan, so Brendan might have hot tyres and he's trying to manage it. But let's jump onto our sniffer cam here as John works his way up to the back of Joel. Yeah, they're such a tricky car. You've got to be so patient. So I'm just being mindful that this battle's happening here, but then Joel's also at the back of Brendan, coming down the camel. Can't quite get it done there. John's just dropped off Joel a little bit, so we'll let that one go for the minute and just focus here for the moment. Oh no, Brendan got a great run through the Coombs. Down the Rivage. Yeah, Jared's fallen off the back there a little bit. But John's all over Joel now. As we're coming up to Bonchemont. John's actually done his fastest lap of the session last lap. So that just as he got that tow, and you see Axel in the background just there, just lurking around. Oh no, Jared's had a crash. Let's just check if he's... No, he's just had a spin there. Alright, quick look at what happened to Jared. Getting loose around Puon. Oh, hold on to it. And he waits. All clear on the relatives. Off he goes. All right, that's what we like to see. Back on John Akers here, chasing down Joel. Joel pulled away on him that time. So it can be tricky. Once you get up to the back of someone, it can be tricky to try and stay with them. Big toe down, Camel. Good battle here, though. So just over 5 minutes left in the race, so there's probably about 3 laps this time by. As John's getting all over the back of Joel now. Let's get on our sniffer cam. Be careful around here. Such a tricky corner. Short shift up in the 5th gear. Down in the 3rd. Got to get that rotation. That'll cost him a bit. Can drop the 2nd here to get the rotation. Now a lot of people stay in 3rd here and just carry the speed. But if you need the rotation, you can drop the 2nd to get the car to turn a bit better. You really want to get up and over that curbing to maximise your exit speed here. How close is he going to get here? Oh, we can actually read the text for once. Next time he gets that close, we should pause it and read what's on the back of Joel's car.
Thanks, mate.
Alright, someone let Barry through.
Oh, Jake.
Thanks and tap. So Axel just behind these guys. There he is. Just at a 2:21.8. So he just matched his qualifying time. I think exactly matched his qualifying time. What's happened to Dean? No, it's all good. So he's pushing now. With about 3 laps to go. Not sure if they'll actually get 3 or not. But I don't think he's going to catch him. So he's pretty safe there in P3. Jamie's about 13 seconds back off the back of Axel, so look, there he is, he can see them, he just can't close that gap quick enough. So he's going to need these two to battle. If they start battling, he'll make up a 2nd pretty easily. But no, 3.8 seconds, he's too far back at the moment. This next tap gets a slowdown coming out of Eau Rouge. 23, yep. Oh, something's happened. Oh, they both go off track there. They're pushing hard. Yeah, John's sticking to the back of Joel. Joel's going to be doing everything he can to hit his marks perfectly. John Akers having a good look up the inside there. So it seems like John's got Joel's watching his mirrors. As Axel is closed up 1 whole second this lap with these two battling. So there we go. There's Axel in the background there. So 2 minutes 15. This might be the last lap. I don't get a white flag, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to rely on the game. All right, can John do anything here? Axel still doing 2:21.7, fastest lap of the race. He is pushing hard to catch up from behind. Trying to get on to these guys. Nice and safe over Aruj. Last thing you want there is a slowdown. John's doing really well here to put good pressure on Joel. And they're still doing a good lap times, 2:22, so they're not losing time. It's just Axel behind is really on fire at the moment, trying to close up. I've got a feeling this is the final lap. So John can't really close up too hard. 0.1, 0.2, he's right there. Oh, a bit wide on that one. Then Joel goes a bit wide on the next one. Oh, a bit wide again. He's pushing too much speed. Or he's cooked his tyres, maybe. Quite possibly cooked his tyres. Got to be careful of his rear end now. Axel's only taken 0.4 out of him this lap, so these front guys are really pushing. Or Axel's pace has dropped off a little bit, not sure which way it's gone. This might be the final chicane. Oh, John tries to go around the outside. What a move! Joel should get the run here though. What a move! That was awesome. What a great move. John tried to make that around the outside.
Awesome race, brother.
Well done. Alright, Axel
So
brings
good.
home P3. Jamie Fleming brings it home in P4. Well done, mate. Qualified P4,
Yeah, I don't
finished
need to win by
P4.
more than a 10.
Dean Reddick coming home in
Yeah, I'll
P5.
do ya.
And then Barry right behind, P6. And then a little jump back to Brendan McVicker, who's getting chased down by Gregory Brooks. Greg's really closed up the gap in the last couple of laps, so can Brendan hold on here for the win? No, not for the win, for P7. As they both come across the line together, well done. Brendan and Greg, great job. Got burnouts happening up front.
Almost got me, bro. Almost got me.
And then Jared coming through the last chicane. Well done, Jared. Good drive this time. And then Phil, still a fair way back. Looks like he's our last man on track. Let's go and see who's doing burnouts, shall we? There we go, Nathan Tapp crabbing. Look at him go. I think Axel, no, he's off track. Jamie, Dean. There we go, Brendan's doing burnouts. Just whipping it around, how fun. And then Nathan Tappy's still going hard at it. Good fun. Always the best part of every night.
Thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. Great racing out there. We'll see you on the screen.
Alright, as we got
Oh, hasn't it?
not Nathan,
Who's still going?
Phil Whiteman is still coming.
Anyway, if anyone wants to jump in the Discord check after, we can have a look at some things and just see how we can all improve it. Thank you very
Alright,
much.
well done, Phil.
Thanks, brother.
Alright, let me see if I can grab some of these guys if they're still hanging around. So let's grab Joel. Welcome, Joel. Great race, mate. What a battle in that last chicane. What a good move from John to try and get you there.
I'd like to say I had him covered,
He was close.
and I think I did.
He had a great move. I didn't expect that around the outside of the way he was able to pull it up and get back on the inside of you there. That was such a good move at the end there, but you had the speed out of the corner, which is lucky for you.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot to go to get a move done.
Yeah.
I figured I just went defensive and it'd be all on him to do it, and he nearly got it done. But
No, lucky
Yeah,
you did.
The outside exit's good.
No, lucky you did because that was yeah, bloody hell. No, well done though. Good pace, good strategy. You got him with the overcut, and then yeah, just had to hold him off to the end.
Yep, thanks.
No, well done. All right, I don't see John Akers in the chat, so let's grab Axel. Nope, I can't grab Axel. Oh, there's John. Hey, welcome, John. What a great move there at the end there.
Yeah, mate, it was all or nothing, and unfortunately, as I come out of the last corner, it lit the back tyres up in first, and it was just enough.
Yeah.
But no, look, enjoyed that. That was awesome.
No, good run. You went for the undercut, and then Joel went for the over, and Joel managed to get a good bit of pace there. I think you got held up with a lap car at one stage there, just before Joel pitted, so that would have cost you a bit of time. And then
No, it was fine. I got a slowdown going through
right.
Radion, and that's what shot me.
That'll do it.
But and there was also a bit of a slide coming out of, I can't remember which corner it is, but I just gathered it up, which cost me about, I think, 0.6 or 0.7. But no, kudos, that was awesome. Well done, Joel. And of course, I could see Axel sneaking up behind us too.
Yes, he was. He was absolutely closing up. Absolutely.
Oh dear.
No, well done, Axel. And a bit of a mishap at the start there, but managed to recover well.
Yeah, I'm wrapped with the recovery. After that, I didn't expect the podium. After I think dropped back to 12th after that start.
Yeah, you're.
And just got to learn to take off, and I should be right.
That's it. No, it's all learning. No, good recovery drive. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, man. Well done to Jonathan and Joel as well. Good drive. I was trying to catch you, but yeah, I think I was probably another 2 laps short. I reckon 2 or 3 laps short.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we were watching. I was sweating bullets.
You would have had a great view as well at the end.
I could, yeah. I could see it happening, and I like don't. I shouldn't say it, but I'm like, come on, fight.
Yeah.
Slow down.
No, that was awesome fun. So yeah, it's always good when you can have like an hour-long race over, and that sort of battling is just fantastic. Without getting punted or pushed off by someone, it was fantastic. Really was.
No, absolutely. No, there were quite a few early incidents with cold tyres and a few mishaps. But no, generally it was good racing overall. It was good.
Cool. So where are we off to next week?
All right, let's have a quick look.
Oh, Daytona. Is it Daytona Road?
Yeah, Daytona. Oh, that'll be a fun race. Yeah, it's a Porsche Cup to Daytona next Monday night. This Wednesday night we've got GT4s at Laguna Seca. So that should be a bit of fun as well. Bit of a fun track, that one.
It is.
And nothing over for the special events this week, so quiet week this week. But no, well done, boys.
Yeah, thanks again, man.
No dramas.
Thanks, guys.
And well done, guys. Cheers.
Catch ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, thanks, everyone. We'll wrap it up.